Hey guys, Old Guy Gaming here, back again with another MTG Arena video, and it is Fun Deck Friday with Mono-Green Enchantments. So, still haven't quite figured out the menu yet, still haven't figured out what we're going to be doing, so I decided to just take a break from playing some big cards and said, let's have a little bit of fun, kitchen table fun on a Fun Deck Friday with Mono-Green Enchantments. This is a cool little deck. I've had a lot of fun, I have to admit. This is now the second time I'm going to be recording this video because, again, despite the fact I have a little sticky note right there to say, look at the volume as my son is editing stuff for his stuff, I forgot to notice, and I went through an entire 25-minute video and have to re-record this one with the game volume all the way up. I think I'm going to lock that so he can't change it. Anyway, so what's the premise behind this deck? It's mono-green enchantments, meaning the more enchantments that come into play, creatures get bigger. So that's the whole idea, is just giant green monsters and a ton of fun, with a little proliferate mixed in just for fun, just a little sprinkle. So let's get into it. So on the low end, we're looking at Gilded Goose. We're going to run 2 of those, simply because a little bit of mana ramp is kind of okay. It does kind of help us out a little bit. We are running 24 lands, so mana normally isn't an issue, but why not? Pelt Collectors, because they get big and they get trample eventually, and this will be useful later. Destiny Spinners are great 2-drop, 2/3 for 2, and creatures and enchantments cannot be countered. So that's really nice whenever she's in play, because you don't really need to kind of worry about that. And since your entire deck consists of enchantments and creatures, you're pretty well safe. She also has the added benefit of spending 4 mana to turn a land into an XX elemental, where X is the number of enchantments you can play. Sometimes that comes into play if in the late game, maybe. Season of Growth is going to help us draw some cards. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield, you scry one, and whenever you cast a spell that targets a creature, which most of our enchantments do, you'll be drawing cards. Setessan, I think, is the right pronunciation. I never played in Theros, so you'll have to forgive me on that one. Setessan Training, it's a 2 enchantment for basically giving you a +1/+1 and trample, and of course you get to draw a card. Cool. I like the idea of passing around trample because it's a ton of fun. A card that I never played in any of my mono green decks, wish that I had, Syr Faren the Hengehammer, 2/2. Whenever he attacks, target creature gets +X/+X, where X is his power. So whenever you get things like the training, or later on down the line we'll talk about Hydra's growth as he's getting bigger and bigger, this makes all of your creatures just insanely large. Let's talk about the aforementioned Hydra's growth. This isn't a crazy powerful card, especially in limited. Like if you're doing like drafts and stuff, this is an amazing card. When it enters the battlefield, you put a +1/+1 counter on a creature at the beginning of your upkeep, double the number of +1/+1 counters on it. There's a whole bunch of reasons why we're going to be able to add +1/+1 counters onto these, specifically Vivien later on down the line, plus this, so that you get creatures with trample that are getting double the much. I had one Pelt Collector that was like 60/60 at one point in time in one of the earlier games I was playing when testing this, so ton of fun. The champion himself, 1/3 for 3. Whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield, you put a +1/+1 counter on him and draw a card. And since pretty much all you've got are creatures and enchantments, you'll be doing that quite a bit. Yorvo is fantastic for 3. It also helps your devotion. There is a little bit of devotion, not a ton. I know the deck says devotion, but it's not really devotion. But of course, you've got a bunch of green creatures. You're going to be making them bigger and bigger. This is where the devotion comes play with the Nylea's Huntmaster, 4/3 for 4. Whenever it enters the battlefield, you control target creature gets +X/+0, where X is your devotion to green. So that does come in handy from time to time. Kind of like a late, didn't see it coming combat trick kind of thing, sort of like pre-combat trick anyway. 3 Viviens, mostly to spread out +1/+1 counters to kind of get Season of Growth kind of churning. You do have the added ability for being able to take out another creature with the fight ability. And if you are interested, I do have a sideboard built for this, mostly just Shifting Ceratops and Thrashing Brontodon to kind of get rid of things that I don't like. I got to put some more thought into that sideboard, to be perfectly honest with you. And then 2 Aggressive Mammoths, because nobody ever runs Aggressive Mammoths. And when you've got really, really big creatures, the one thing that you wish you had was trample, and he most certainly gives that. Mana base is super easy, 19 forest and 3 Karn actions. Because of the +1/+1 counters, the proliferates just oodles of fun. So let's hope this goes better than the last playthrough of my recording, because that was actually super disappointing. If you do like the content and fun kitchen table decks like this on a Friday, let me know in the comments down below. Like and subscribe while you're there. It always helps out the channel. Yeah, no, my first playthrough on this one, I literally played like 6 games and lost all 6 of them, so I'm a little hesitant. Like, don't get me wrong. When I went to go edit and post, I was really disappointed to find out that the sound, but I wasn't that disappointed because I'm like, oh, because I genuinely have no problem uploading my wins and my losses. If I have a deck that does horribly, you'll see it. If you're a fan of the channel, you've seen that. I'm not one of those YouTubers that like hides my losses and only shows when I win. But that was like 6 straight losses. That was really kind of painful to watch because it was super disappointing. Alright, so we've got Is It Colors. My fear is that this might be Fires. Probably is Fires. And he can't counter, so that's kind of cool. So he's going to want to try to get rid of that as quick as possible. To get 2 Hydra's growth on the champion would be awesome. Because they double and then double. Oh. Sure. Okay, that's fine. So let's go with the champion. Nope, we're still good. Give me 1 or 2 more rounds. I think I'll be okay. Again, I do genuinely feel like this is Fires. Oh no, this might not be. Draw a card. Let's go with the training as well. Pay for the green there. Draw a card. Draw a card. There we go. This is what that deck's supposed to do. Now you got all those +1/+1 counters on it. And those are going to double next turn. So maybe he's got a board wipe. Maybe a mass manipulation. But he doesn't even have the mana for it. Hopefully we can actually get this off before he gets too insane. Yeah. Sure. We're just going to double up on that Hydra one more time. This is what the deck's supposed to do. Brazen Borrower, you jerk. Oh, I wanted to have fun with that. Improbable Alliance. Boo. I genuinely wanted to have fun with that. Why, you couldn't let me have that, could you? Ooh, there's a Vivien. Well, we've got all the champions now. I'm curious as what his plan is. Probably another Brazen Bar if I had to guess. I
have survived Nico Bolas, and I will survive you.
What's he gonna do? Oh. That's frustrating. The upside is he's currently out of Brazen Borrowers now, so... like, I see where this deck's going. Sure. Alright, come on, Yorvo, come in and save us. Yeah, this is the Improbable Alliance build. You can do that, sure. He does not have trample yet. That's the only problem here. I do need to start putting a hurt on him, though. This is where my Mammoth would be amazing right now. He is going to go up to 24-24 next turn. Yeah. Cool deck. Cool deck. Not going to lie. Not the card we wanted to see. Unfortunately, we got nothing in the air to actually help us out here. And that does not give trample. So we're just going to say good game and move on. Like, cool deck. Unfortunately, like, oh, we had such a good start. It always seems like, and that's one of the things that drives me nuts about Brace and Bar. It always seems like that's the card that comes out and says, hey, all those auras you're putting on. That's the reason why auras and, like, enchantments in general on a creature, this is why equipment is always better than enchantments, because once they bounce the creature, you lose all the auras. But darn, that would have been fun to get going. Could you imagine him with trample? That would have been awesome. That's what the deck's supposed to do. Losing the trample ability, though. So tempting, but only 1 green mana. Let's see what happens. Blue-white, not encouraging already. So far, so good, though. I mean, with the exception of Syr Faren, I think we're okay. Another green mana would be lovely. Thought Erasure. He'd be doing us a favor by getting rid of... He's probably going to take Death... He's probably going to take Destiny Spinner, would be my guess. That's what I would take. Because at blue-white, he's not going to be able to counter anything. Yep, that's the right call. Oh, for Pete's sake. Every Thought Erasure. I feel like we get the same guys every time. They're going to take everything they possibly can. Oh, that's not what I would have taken at all. No, I would have taken the champion. So, now, what does he do? Oh, Kaya. That's why he wasn't worried about it, because he knew he could kill it. That is why he didn't worry, because he could kill it. A green mana would be amazing, otherwise we are way behind here. No green mana, we're just going to concede. We actually want to see this deck actually do something. Again, I'm having the weirdest day when it comes to the shuffler. Like, taking into account the 5 games that I recorded that you missed because of audio issues, that's like 7 straight losses with this deck. When I was doing my warm-ups, it was like 4 or 5 straight wins. And I'm like, yep, no, deck's right where it needs to be. And then I sit down to record, and boom. Now, that being said, I've not played the same deck twice. Like, I've not played, like, the top-tier meta decks. I'm only playing, like, these, you know, little fun decks like that. I have no idea where that deck was going because we didn't stick around long enough. Let's throw a Karn's Bastion out there because it doesn't do us any good. Maybe another mono-green player? Maybe. This could get interesting quick. Cool, nothing for him to shoot down. Cool. More golden geese. Well, that's interesting. Spend a food to get the goose out. No, we're going to hold. Thrashing Brontodon. Ooh, interesting against our enchantment deck. That'll be an interesting matchup. Still gonna wait. Yes, now he sees it. Now he sees it. He's like, oh, he's got Karn's Bastion. He's just going to keep proliferating with that deck. Yes, yes I am. But not before I do this.
With the Arkbow at my side, I can't
No, I want to do the +1/+1 counters.
This will be fun to watch.
Not quite yet. He's going to generate some food. That's understandable. This is going to get interesting real quick. Pelt Collector. Good call. I like this. Mono green on mono green. So let's go with the champion. Let's go with the counters. And let's attack here and here. And make them really, really big and really, really scary. Next time the Pelt Collector's getting them so he can get the trample. There we go. Alright, so this is better. He can create all the food he likes. Yeah, unless something interesting comes out. I think I'm going to go with the Proliferate. Counters on the Pelt Collector. 1 and 1. Just to make sure he gets the trample trigger. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. I think he's already starting to think maybe I should start sacrificing some of this food for life. Ooh, Hydra. That's cool. That's a big Hydra. Fair point. We'll take that. So in that instance, here's what we're going to do. We're going to pay to put the counters on him.
We're fit enough to survive.
We're going to put that into play. Keep that one. Have him fight that.
We're gonna tear you apart.
Swing in with the Pelt Collector. So far so good. What I'm not getting is I'm not getting the Hydra thing. That's the only thing I'm missing. Final Devastation. Very nice. Didn't get 10 though. So he's going to bring back what? The Hydra? Does he recognize that X is 0? He still has to pay 2. That's not even going to help him, even if it did work that way, which I don't think it does. Oh, ooze. Very nice. Very nice. Let's distribute those counters here. Let's just do it here and there.
fit enough to survive.
They all have trample now. Finally, I got it to work. That's what the deck's supposed to be. That's the fun one. So normally I do 3 games. Let's go ahead and do a third. But I'd love to end it right there because that's exactly what the deck's supposed to be. Some mono-green on mono-green action. But let's go ahead. One more. We'll do one more for posterity's sake and see how that goes. Again, none of the enchantments. That was just mono-green creatures that seemed to do well. Who knew? Mono-green Stompy's a good deck, apparently. That was fun. That was fun. Good matchup, too. I mean, both decks were well built. Both had a very similar idea. We just got lucky. Again, all these enchantments, nothing to put them on. Shuffler, what are you doing to me? What are you doing to me? What did I ever do to you? What did I ever do to you? I have a whole bunch of stuff in the 1 slot and the 2 slots. I'm getting... I have a bad feeling about this. I'll pull a Star Wars reference there. And my opponent's taking his time. Let's see what happens. So I have a sneaking suspicion that my opponent disconnected because this ran down all the way. But we'll play it out and see what happens. Holy cow, he actually played a card. Maybe he got reconnected. Looks like we're playing mono green. Maybe he'll speed up now. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know that they just did a patch because of all the disconnect issues. Maybe that's what it was. So we'll play it forward from there and see where it goes. Come on. Or maybe BOLEIS, bolus, is just slow playing. I'm not discounting either possibility. So far, all he's done is drop land. But at least he's doing stuff now, so... Ooh. That's interesting. Not yet on the Aggressive Mammoth. Would be nice, but not right now. Probably not a bad idea to block that. Probably not a bad idea. I'll give him trample here in a second. He's really taking his time. There we go. There we go. We're starting to lay lands down. That's how you do it. Landline of Abundance. Interesting call. You could swing, but probably not a good idea. Move on to the end of your turn. Again, taking way too much time on this. Oof. Ooh, which way to go with this? I think I'm going to go Vivien for the time being.
From the smallest ant to the largest Hydra, nature. My aim and their claws done.
And see what kind of damage we can do. He's already scary, and I'm going to give him trample next turn. So we shall see. And he's going to be insanely big with dropping one of those on him. Because his ability goes off whether it triggers him or not. Nis is fine. Nis is fine. She's dead next turn, but she's fine. So you click her button, pick a land, and swing an attack. There you go. There you go. You can attack Vivien if you want. Probably not a bad idea. But he's not going to do that. Weird. Totally weird. He could have attacked with it and then did that. I think this is... I looked in the deck up on the internet to see what it would do. Because he can't use that for mana right now. So this should be interesting. He is going to regret not doing that, by the way. Because right now, Nissa is the biggest threat on the board. And you can't tap it because it just came into play. Cool. So we're going to give that trample. We are going to give that trample. And we're going to cast Gilded Goose. Sure, that works. I am definitely going to distribute counters. Let's go here solely. Yeah, I don't really need it on anywhere else. And let's run over Nissa. That's actually pointless. That's like genuinely pointless. Because it's still going to do the damage to Nissa. It's still going to kill Nissa. And then this thing is going to be enormous. This actually might, despite the fact that he's taking his time, this might have been worth it. To play through all of this. Sure. What is my devotion to green right now? 3, 4, 5, 6. How much do I need? 4. I've got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I can absolutely do that. Let's make it worse. Sure. We're going to do that. Done. We're going to add counters to see how big this monster can get. 3624 trample. Enjoy. That's so much fun. That's what the deck is capable of doing. Oh, I wish I were on the other side. I wish I were on the other side going, oh my god. 3624 trample. Oh, so much fun. Come on, accept your fate. Accept the fact that, see, this is again, this is either someone new to the game who doesn't understand what's going on, or someone who's genuinely being a sore loser. I'm not willing to discount both. Either one. It is entirely possible that he's just super disappointed that he got hit in the face of the 3624 trample. Totally worth playing. I'm so glad I did that. So I do hope you liked the video. Like and subscribe. Let me know how you would build your Mono-Green Enchantments deck. And until next video, guys, we shall see you in the arena. This video was brought to you in no small part by our patrons. If you would like to help out the channel, go to www.patreon.com/oldguygamingmtga, and thank you for your support.